Good evening here at the end of the weekend, late night on the verse, baby. We don't care. We ain't stopping. We are here. You thought we weren't coming this week, but you know what? We had a couple of other things we needed to knock out before we could get here and spill all the alpha boys and girls. Thank you for tuning in. We are back. And when we give you a little bit of time like that, when we give you that little bit of time to just chew on the old live stream, we get a lot more alpha packed into the next stream. This is that alpha pack. Welcome to the alpha pack.
Yes, sir. Awesome intro as usual. We're coming back at it again on a Sunday evening. You know, me and Trey Souls, man, we're always in the trenches. We're always working. We always got stuff to do. And we try to do at least 2 live streams a week. And we definitely needed to get this live stream in. Number one, next week I'm going to be out. So I don't know if we're going to do a live stream if Trey wants to come in and do one on his own, do a Q&A, or we'll just chill for a week and then go in the down low. And then also number two, when we come back to you guys the following week, we're going to do a round trip with all the TitanX altcoin projects. I know a lot of you guys love it when I get crazy deep into the technicals and all that stuff, and we faded away that because the meme coins was the way to go. And you know, and plus me and Trey, man, we love meme coins. We're degenerate gamblers. We risk it for the biscuit. That's how we roll. So this is gonna be the time to do it. This is the time you guys want to check our live stream, ask some questions. Like I'm gonna go deep in the weeds. Me and Trey, we're gonna ask a lot of really tough questions, and we're gonna do a round robin. And then after that, we're gonna go back to just doing our bi-weekly live stream, just talking about bi-weekly, whatever. We're gonna do 2 live streams a week, and then we're gonna continue to talk about what we usually do. So we'll call it the Verse TitanX Altcoin Tour. I don't know. We got to make it sound a little bit more clicky.
Well, you know we're gonna find an awesome title that everybody hates. They are gonna click it because they're haters, and you know what? That's why we love it. That's why we're in the TitanX ecosystem because everybody loves to hate us, and we love to hate them.
Yes, sir. And at the end of the day, man, we're getting paid. That's it.
That's right.
That's it. We're finding
No,
the best
no, really,
project.
we love the TitanX ecosystem, man. We don't hate nobody. We just know there's haters always in the chat, always ready to drop some FUD. But you know what, bud? I don't deal with FUD. Get that out of here. It's crud. We're done for the day. We're ready to get into this thing, man. What are we talking about?
Yes, sir. So, first off, guys, like this live stream, share it out on X. Let's get more and more people in here. And we got to run through some stuff today. We got to talk about what's going on with the Ton blockchain because this is extremely important. I know most of you guys are all about the money and stuff, and I get it. But something big just happened. I feel like it went over 99% of people's heads. Number two, we'll go briefly into the Ton meme coins, and then at the end, we'll talk about the TitanX projects, which most of you guys want to see. So we're gonna leave that at the end so you guys can share the space out. And the more people get in here, the more viewers we get, the more alpha we'll share. So that's how it goes. You know, we give you guys the alpha, you reward us by bringing more people in and all that good stuff. So let's just go straight to it. What's the first thing we need to talk about? Extremely important. So, Telegram founder Pavel Durov arrested in France. Ton price drops 16%. Now, let me give you the breakdowns of what happened. So, this dude goes out to, I believe it was Kazakhstan, and he was with some crypto influencer. I forgot her name, but she was like a crypto coach. They start traveling around, and the whole time she was taking these photos of him and what they were doing and had a geolocation on it. Next thing you know, they decided to go to France to check out what's going on. And right when he lands in France, the feds or the France feds pulled up, put this man in handcuffs, and charged him with crazy crimes. We're talking terrorism, like extortion, like level 10 crimes that you don't see with guys like this. So basically now he's in jail and the ton price dropped by 10 to 16%. But man, dude, I gotta tell you about you guys see the price of this coin because I know you haven't seen it yet. But the redo resistance dog coin. Guess what happened to the price of that coin?
Okay, I have a feeling it freaking rocketed.
Oh, there, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. I don't know why that pulled up this one. The thing freaking exploded.
Rooter, resistance, baby. Come on, let's think
Oh,
about this. Think about the names. Think about words, people.
yes,
Keep on,
sir.
Chris. Keep on. What's the question? I like it, man. I've been trying to tell people about this for a fat minute.
Yeah, bro, this is crazy. It's crazy. So redo goes on. So basically, the main point I'm gonna make a statement, and then I want to get your reaction. The reason why he was targeted was because when he was in Russia, the Russian officials came to him and said, "Hey, we need access and data from your app, Telegram app, so that we can track people." He was like, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to Dubai." Next thing you know, he visits the US, he visits a few other countries. They did the same exact thing. When he came into the US on a Carlson interview, they FBI came up to him and said, "Hey, we got some questions about your app." That freaked him out a little bit. He dipped out. Now he came into France and then they arrested him off the spot. And what I think this has to do with is the fact that Western governments and Eastern governments do not have access to the Telegram app with everybody's data. So they're going after him. What's your thoughts on that?
Hey, look, man, I've been saying for a minute about the Telegram app. This is a freedom fighter who controls this app. This guy, Pavel Durov, is a freedom fighter. And because of the fact that he has decided that he does not want to play ball, he set himself up for, and what I believe to be uh, an immature move. If you really study what, like, honestly, this makes me think about Richard and the way he carries himself in terms of basically never showing his face. And I feel like this guy might have got a little bit too bold because everybody knew what he was up to. And so I am 100% not surprised in the least that this has happened right now. This is happening to freedom fighters. We're seeing the SEC come after freedom fighters. We're seeing the governments come after these people that have encrypted softwares and they want this information. Look, man, you got people like this that are trying to stick it to the man. They're going to be coming out against the man, and this is what the man can do: just straight up arrest you, and now he's going to have to go through the process of whatever the courts do in France. I have no freaking idea. Is it a parliament? What do they do over there?
Parliament.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just had a conservative leader elected, but not getting too far into politics. But the main point I'm trying to get across was, from my understanding, Durov, or I don't know if I said that right, he has no association with the Ton blockchain. His main baby is the Telegram blockchain. He's getting into social media apps. He's basically Russia. Well, technically, yeah, he's Russian, but he's Russia's version of Mark Zuckerberg. And because this dude didn't play ball, he got sent right to jail. Everything's going crazy. I see a lot of support on Twitter, and I'm not surprised Reed Resistance Dog is popping. Now, what's the play right now based off of this information? And then we'll keep it moving. So Resistance Dog just had a screw you fu pump, so it just went bananas. And if you guys were in the FUD event, we told you this could be a play. I even gave you guys a box of opportunity, and for all you guys who are like, "Oh man, you undershoot your price targets," well, first off, that happens when you have massive FUD events, but also there are times when, well, most of the time we actually get the box opportunity correct. We came in here and say, all right, here, redo came down right between this magnet and then this magnet. Came in, boom, you had your opportunity at about, what was that, 20 million up to 28 million. Came in, boom. Yeah, you had your opportunity between 30 million and 23 million, and then boom, see you later. Thing absolutely skyrockets. So I like Resistance Dog, but also on top of that, if you guys just take a look at the ton token, come on, come on, come on, CoinGecko, I believe in you. All right, I might be glitching out of the matrix. All right, can you still hear me?
Yeah. You're good, bro.
All right. Oh yeah. Also, Ton Coin actually changed their logo to the Resistance Dog, so it was like another part of
F
it.
you. Nice. I
Yeah,
like it.
that's basically what's happening. So here's what happened. This thing was sitting at about 675 and then dips down to about, man, dude, it must have gotten almost as low as $5. So I think the main point I'm trying to say is because this thing got fudded into the universe right here about 531, this is also a play. So ultimately, I think the Ton blockchain will make a comeback. And I also do think that this blockchain would do extremely well. But ultimately, you got to remember This is a little bit. This is much more than just making money off of fraud coins and dog coins. This is governments going after tech CEOs that are against the status quo. That's basically the main point I'm trying to get across. And the reason why I pull this up is because any founder with any project in any ecosystem is subject to the same scrutiny that Pavlov just experienced. We saw with Richard Hart. Now we see with this guy, and then you never know who's next. Elon Musk, maybe. So that's it, man. All right. Anything else before we move on?
Yeah, just don't get too bold for your britches. Be careful, man.
Exactly. Good stuff. All right, let's do a quick round through with some comments real quick. Just see what's up. Shout out to Ryan Torres. Good to see you, my man. Smooth in crypto. Good to see you, my brother. Too much alpha. Boys are buzzing again. Got a few Jake X fans, and then shout out to the homie Damien. OG, dude. I love Damien, man. It's always good to see him, my man.
This guy's been in like he's probably I don't know, man. I wonder who's been in most of the streams. Like the
Damien.
majority of the streams, bro. Damien, I know Damien's been pulling up for a minute.
Dude, Damien's been in a lot, dude. He's the day one homie, man. So I love Damien. Man,
Thank you,
dude.
Damien.
Shout out. And then Boris Pentar, Baby Dragon X. Let's go. Yeah, we'll talk about it in a minute. All right. Next thing. We gotta talk about the big thing. Tron ecosystem, the casino blowing up. Man, dude, we didn't have much luck on Solana. Let's just be honest here. Actually, no, we did. We did at the end. But when Tron started blowing up, man, it got really, really fun, really, really quick. So to start off, Justin's son, he embraced meme coins. He started pushing out a pumped up platform called through the Sun Dex. And so now he's taking fees from their pump fund platform, burning the Sun token and adding a bunch of value to the Tron ecosystem. Now, what I'm seeing with Tron is Justin's is one of the first founders to say, "Hey, we love meme coins. We are going to support you guys." I was listening to the crypto banter space earlier where they were talking, and Justin was saying, like, here's the deal. If you're a meme coin on Tron, we'll help you with centralized exchange listings. We'll help you with marketing through our main Twitter page. And then also on top of that, we'll support you guys throughout your time on Tron, as long as you continue to be a great project that builds and adds value to the community. So what's your first thoughts on Tron?
Differentiation and first mover in something with meme coins. He's changing up the marketing approach, and he's creating a lucrative environment for builders to come check out and make simple coins, man. And I think that's really, really awesome that he's embedding marketing within the system, brother, because that's what you need to have success. You need to have the support of the entire system. So I like that it's a differentiated approach, and it seems like a first mover advantage on the way to look at meme coins. Very excited to see what this ecosystem has in store. Stuff like this, ooh, that's just moon rockets.
Yeah, this was from all the funds they got. They basically take 100% of their Sun pump platform or whatever it's called, and they just buy and burn the Sun token. Now you guys just take a look at this. This thing did a 3x, and it's worth $343 million in market cap. This is crazy. So you can already tell. Imagine if Pump Fun took all the fees that they made and put it into a token on Solana. You know how big that would have been? You know how many people would have stayed on Solana? A
Yeah, it would have
lot.
been bigger than Brett or bigger than really anything, probably, man, that
And
we've
they
seen this market.
and think about it this way. Now that everybody's just speculating on meme coins, if you got one center token where all the funds are pumping into, people that come on, they're just like, man, I'm not making money. Where should I go? Blah, 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 blah. You can just buy the Sun token as a leverage play on the meme coin speculation. It's absolutely brilliant because all the money from that comes back in. And I think, in my opinion, even though there's going to be a bunch of meme coins and craziness on Tron, this is what's going to hold people over here because it is an automatic store of value. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It's a leverage play on the success of Tron meme coins, and then you can just get into the Sun token that's going to be burnt and burnt and burnt as you continue to go on. So it's nice leverage.
Yeah, man. So I really do. I really do like it. And if you guys want to know, we're gonna go through a couple of Tron meme coin plays, and then we'll get to the TitanX because I see you guys pouring in the live stream. I know you guys just want us to talk about TitanX.
Dude,
So you
that's
guys,
all they want us to talk about. You see right now, it's only 68. It's because we haven't said anything about it, and I know this thing's gonna blow up when they realize we're starting to talk about it.
you know what? I honestly think they all know that we talk about it at the end, and then that's when they start trickling in because we get into the stuff before it. So what we ought to do is mix it up. Talk about the TitanX at the beginning, and then put all the stuff at the end, or one day
Yeah.
we'll put it right in the middle like a sandwich. So I'm just
So
kidding.
we're about to gatekeep you guys so bad because y'all are starting to just trip our trigger a little bit, playing too many games, man. Quit playing with our emotions. We need to be viewed.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There you go, man. Maybe that's why we don't have girlfriends. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So basically, just looking at this, I honestly think if you're trying to play in the Sun ecosystem, we're not personally in the Sun pump token or whatever because we're degenerate gamblers. We risk it for the biscuit. Our safest play is probably TitanX and PDI. So that's how you know. You got to understand where we're coming from. All right, if we're we're those types of guys, man. And we got a couple AI plays. That's about it, and a couple RWAs. Now the next one is probably going to be, and this is going to be the number one. Oh, bro, you got to hear about this controversy about Bull on Tron. So the Tron Bull was a mascot back when Tron was getting hit hard. I think it was like in 2018 or something. And so they actually posted this to Twitter as a way to rally people around. Well, someone actually came in and created that Bull mascot, and Crash Clay shielded on his live stream last night, and this thing went from 5 million all the way up to 350 million in about, I think, less than an hour. That's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Crash needs to chill out.
Yeah. But here's the deal. No. There's something else though. But check this out. Someone else actually had the same exact idea and launched it like 2 weeks ago under the ticker T-Bull. T-Bull. So this new Bull meme coin literally came out like a day or two before, and then T-Bull came out back on August 13th, and he went for this new one that was created rather than go for the OG T-Pool that was actually launched on top of Tron. So you see what you see the controversy now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey man, at the end of the day, if it makes money, it makes sense. But to be honest with you, the bull is probably going to be the number one meme coin. So any thoughts or
Dude.
reactions to that?
What chart? That's on the 4 hour chart?
Yeah, here's the daily.
And when did this coin oh my goodness, bro.
August 22nd. The other one was August 13th. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Dang, bro. He got front run.
yeah, so I think he found out about it on the like the 24th and then boom, came in. So yeah, man, Crash, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Crash like showed us the thing when it went explosive. So in my opinion, Bull's probably going to be the number one meme coin on Tron. Now we're going down the list of high risk, and then we're going to give you guys our super duper, well, not really super duper DJ play, but our pick as the biggest sleeper. So we'll give you guys at the end, and we'll get to TitanX after that, since you guys are begging for our content on that. All right. So next one is Fofar. Fofar, the pig energy, baby. I resonate with these things.
Feels good,
Fofar.
baby. We love Fofar. We've been seeing Fofar since January of this year.
Yeah, I love the one. Dude, we made so much money on that Ethereum one, the ERC21.
Fofar was literally a rent house.
Yeah, bro, that was crazy. So basically came up, it went through its initial wave one. Now it's coming back down and it's doing its corrective wave two. So if you guys study Elliott impulse wave, you basically have like your wave one, and then usually have your corrective wave. This corrective wave can be anywhere between 60% all the way down to even 90%. And then next one you have wave three, and then another correction, and then we have wave 5 to complete your impulse wave. So what I'm seeing with FOFAR is we had wave 1, and now we're coming down, and we're trying to get to our point 2. It's trading in between this little box of opportunity, in my opinion. So we have a magnet right here at about 13 million and then 23 million. So it's probably going to go sideways. If we see this thing drop down and start bleeding out even more, it might be over. So in my opinion, we're at the make it or break it point for FOFAR. If it goes down below 10 million, it's going to be very hard for it to get it back above 10 million. Does that make sense?
Yeah, what's the market cap right now? You said I didn't see it. I don't know.
16 million, 15 million.
Oh yeah. It's flirting with disaster right there. So it needs to just keep its head above that $10 million water. Yep, and then just blast off here pretty soon. But yeah, definitely looks like a box of opportunity for sure.
Yeah, so we're right now going through the Elliott corrective wave. So you have one come down here, and then you have a dead cat bounce, and then you're trying to find a bottom. So you have your A, B, and then C. So right now we have that dead cat bounce come back up, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, we're so back!" No, right back down. So that's the question. So we'll see how FOFAR comes out. I do think it's one of the most popular ones. And then the last one before we get to the TitanX one, and then this is our pick for a really good short term to medium play. Sun Lion. Roar! I can't do a roar. Can you do a roar? Can you do one? Bro, you're actually really good at it, dude.
That's the best I got, dude. I don't know, bro. I
You,
don't
you
know.
look like
No.
you look like you're about to have a seizure. So
My bad, bro. I'll stop.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. All right. So here's what we're looking at. Sunline sitting at about $1.2 million market cap. The dev behind this project is great. The marketing's phenomenal. What we're seeing right now is basically this thing. It looks like it's about to just curve up and explode. So just based on what hour are we on? All right, let's just look at the daily first. So right when it came up, boom, we have I forgot this candlestick pattern. I need to double check and look. But we had a correction on day 5, and then boom, another big green candle after we saw with Justice Sun. So in my opinion, if we can come up to about 1.6 million, test out this level right here, touch it, and then blast off, I think we'll be looking pretty good. Now let me look at the EMAs. Ooh, I do not want an EMA cross. EMA. Oh, I clicked way too many EMAs. Let's see if I can get down to one. All right, cool. So what I'm seeing with this, with the 4-hour exponential moving average, we're coming up, boom, test it, boom, test it, boom, test it, boom. So right now we're getting a little bit of a breakout pattern, and we're staying above this 4-hour EMA. Let's take a look at the 1-hour EMA. Yeah, so we're actually trading very, very closely in this uptrend. So if we break down this EMA, we could come back, correct, and then touch about 600K. That is a bearish price target, but it also could be a good place to load up. But if we come up here and touch 17K, there's very well a good chance that will actually form a Adam and Eve, very bullish, or it'll come up here, touch, form a small little cup, and then just form this cup and handle and then explode. And that's just on the 1-hourly/4-hourly. So yeah, man, I think that's going to be our number one sleeper pick. I think Sunline has the potential to be an absolute sleeper, and a lot of people are sleeping on it. So good stuff.
I
Good
like it,
stuff.
man. Low cap gems are always sick. I always really like just playing around with some low caps, man. You win some, you lose some, but it seems to be a good place to hedge your bet.
See, there you go. There you go.
Oh,
I
the
knew it.
haters.
The
There they
haters.
are, bro. Somebody, look, Matt, I'm going to tell you something real quick, Matt. No one's ever going to be messaging you because the subject is never going to match the heading. Sorry, buddy. But
Well,
if he doesn't like the content, it's okay because we know Damien does. He
I
came
mean, I
for the
forget.
Chaos Chris feet picks.
Oh man,
Hey,
I
give him
love
a
it.
little. Why don't you give him a little preview, Chris? You got the dogs out?
Oh no, I don't. I don't. I got socks on, dude. I
Oh,
wish.
there you go. The sock pick might be kind of cool too.
Yeah, I love it. All right, cool. Now let's get into TitanX. Since everybody wants it so badly, we'll get it.
Get
We'll
into
get into
what?
what?
Get into what?
Actually, no. Let's talk about Pulse Chain. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We'll talk about
All
TitanX.
right, we'll talk about TitanX.
We'll talk about TitanX. The one thing you want
Dang.
to talk about. All right. Now, I want to get into a project that I talked about a little bit on live stream. We're going to talk a little bit about Inferno. If you
Inferno
guys,
Burno, baby.
yes, sir. If you guys have been following Inferno, they have a 8-week mint period, and then every week they decrease the amount of TitanX that can be used to mint the Inferno token. Now, what's happening with this project specifically is they're building up a massive amount of funds that are basically going to be used to buy the Blaze token and then burn the Inferno token. Now, keyword, buy the Blaze token and mint the Inferno token. I don't know how clear cut and dry we have to be. So I'm gonna put up a diagram and draw a nice little picture because Damien loves my feet pics, and then we'll get into it. I'm just kidding. Well, let me get the Word document real
Bean
quick.
cast.
So I'm gonna talk about how this thing is going to elevate an entire ecosystem, and it's going to blow your mind once we get past that mint period. All right, now let me stop screen share. Pull this up.
And in the meantime, while Chris is doing that, why don't 86 of you like and smash that like button? Just hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, and share all this to Twitter because we love you and you love us back.
Yes, sir. All right. So here's the reason why this is extremely important. I'm gonna draw this out so you guys get how this is gonna happen. So we're sitting at about we'll say about $500,000. Just round it up to a higher number because I'm not smart enough for this stuff.
Just
So
do it, man.
just do it. Just do it. So we have TitanX by in a buy and burn. So this is your TitanX right here. And we're gonna label this B and B. So the buy and burn, right? So what that's going to do is it's going to go into Blaze, right? Blaze. The Blaze token is going to be bought. So money goes into Blaze. The money value goes into the Blaze token. And then from the Blaze token, after the mid period, it goes into Inferno, which is INF. Inferno, right? The amount of money that's going to hit is going to be 450K right here, right here. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's not going to be all at once because that probably wouldn't be smart because you get hit with slippage and all that stuff. It's going to be a gradual process. Now, let's be honest with you. Do you think the price of TitanX is going to stay at the current price in the next couple of months? Like, what do you honestly think?
Nah, dude.
No, right?
Nah, dude.
So let's look at that because this is important because I'm literally breaking something down that not a lot of people really put together.
Give me that science.
So if we get back to the launch price, which is right here, that's a 35% increase, right?
Hey, you're on the wrong. No, bro, we can't see you, dog. We can't see what you doing, man.
Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. Too many screen shares. All right, we'll go back to the other screen share. So if we just look at the TitanX price chart, let's just get some price points, right? So when TitanX first launched and the sniper bots came in and bought it, 35%. Now, to get back to it's one of its local highs, that's a 30x right here. And then when things start fizzling out, that's a 3x. And then to get back to the all-time high is going to be 170x. Do you think these price points are realistic in your opinion?
Oh yeah, bro. Look at that, how that thing is ripping already.
Okay.
It's
So,
bouncing on each narrative.
right. So let's just break this down. So this is $450,000, and I guarantee you it's going to be a very periodic buy and burn. So yeah, it's not going to be the total amount. But let's say TitanX does a 10x. Let's do another color. Let's say TitanX decides to do a 10x, right? A 10x, we'll say a 20x, a 50x, and then we'll do a 100x, right? If TitanX does a 10x, that's 4.5 million right there. If it does a 20x, that's 9 million. Oh god, now I gotta actually do math. All right, so if it does a 50x, that's 18. Half of that is 4.5. So what's that? 23.5 million?
I don't know because Bing is really I hate Bing and I was gonna do it for you, but yeah, Bing doesn't even know how to do the calculation. Let me see. 90000.
What do you mean?
It's four what 450 450,000 times 20
Yeah,
or times 50.
times 50.
That's 22.5 million.
22.5. Okay. Well, I was basically ballpark. All right. We'll say 23. Just make it simple. Just keep this stuff simple. And then 100, that would have to be 46. Well, no, 45 million. We'll just
25.
say 40. Yeah, 45 million, right?
Yep.
So so this is probably going to go down as the buy and burn comes in, but it's based off of the value of TitanX. So if we see TitanX do a 10x, the value of that will be somewhere between 3 to 4 million. If it does a 20x, it might be somewhere between 7 and 9 million. If it does a 50x, the value could be somewhere between 15 and 20 million. And if it does 100x, I guarantee you it'll probably be somewhere right around 30 million. So you have this massive amount of TitanX that's going to be go into the Blaze token, and then it's going to come in here and burn the Inferno token. I don't know if the buy and burn is going to be exhausted by that 20x, 50x, or 100x, but 10x is definitely in play right now, especially with what's happening September and October. So, in my opinion, what will this do? So, if the value of Blaze goes up, the Blaze auctions will also be extremely profitable. And then as the Blaze auctions go up, Inferno token is going to have more and more buy pressure through the Blaze token, and it's just going to burn Inferno token off the market. So overall, man, I love this ecosystem. I think having this much TitanX getting pumped through Blaze straight into Inferno is going to jumpstart the entire Blaze ecosystem. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. So let me think of it like this. The Blaze protocol's main goal is to take this big amount of Titan X when it does a 10x, 20x, or 50x buy
No,
and burn.
no, 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 no. They're going to do a periodic buy Blaze, and then from Blaze, they're going to use Blaze to buy Inferno. It's not based off of these amounts. The reason why I put these amounts in here is because during the process of that buy and burn, the value of the buy of these tokens is going to increase. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that's what I was confused on. All right, that's the only thing I was missing there. Okay, continue on.
Yeah. So basically, the main point I'm trying to say is if you look at this, the Blaze token is going to get extremely bullish very, very fast. And this is going to be a major catalyst, especially when we get at the end of week 8, depending on how much is still in there. I think we're on like week 5. Now, let's just take a look at what's going on with Blaze real quick. Let's go. Let's just check out Blaze. So Blaze does these auctions where you can go in and basically do an auction for the Blaze token, and then from there, it's being used within the TitanX ecosystem. So if I just come here and just share this and just come over here to the calculator, if you want to go in and bid for one batch right now, you're going to get a ROI of almost 123%. So that's about 942 Blaze tokens. I guarantee you, once we start to see this thing kick up, this percentage ROI is going to get a lot higher behind the Blaze token. That's the main point I'm trying to say, is because this is going to jumpstart the Blaze ecosystem, and a lot of people are going to get extremely bullish. Does that make sense?
Buy and burn jump starts the ecosystem. Let's go.
Yes, sir. So ultimately, I like what Blaze is doing. Definitely wanted to bring that up. And yeah, man, it's looking pretty good. Now, the next thing we gotta talk about. Gotta talk about my baby Hyper, man. Been
Ooh, let's have a look. Oh, the profitability going up by the day, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It's my baby, man. I love
Hey,
Hyper, dude. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. We should just go full Hyper Maxi and just beef with all the other TitanX altcoins. That's what we should do. That's our
Hy-
project.
Hyper
CTO it.
Maxi, bro. This is it. I'm down, man. We'll quit. Let's just stop talking about everything else right now. This is it. We're transferring to hyper maximalism.
Hyper maximalism. That's it.
Hey,
I'm down.
real quick before we move on, man, I just want to call this out real quick and say thanks, man. We always appreciate the love and support. We had no problem, we calling out Jake X Slash stream. So thanks, guys, for always showing up and showing out. And then let's see, was there a question? Hang on, let me see. No, I don't think there was. Okay, you keep going forward, man. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, there it
Doesn't
is. There it is.
doesn't the buy and burn for Inferno only last 7 days though? Yes, that's during the mint phase. So basically, every 8 weeks you have a mint phase, and then there's a buy and burn phase where they take a portion of the TitanX and they use it to just burn the Inferno token, and then from there, what they yeah, and then from there they roll over a bunch of it, and then they're going to use it to buy Blaze and use it to slowly burn Inferno. So yes, they do that as a way to incentivize you guys to mint more because there's going to be an arbitrage opportunity. So the theory, actually, I'm not going to tell you guys the theory because then you're going to know it. So yeah, never mind. We're not going to get to that. That's top secret.
Well,
So
it's already it's already enough. That's good right there, bro. That's enough
yeah,
to chew on.
I like Inferno. I like Inferno a lot. So I don't, I can't give away too many secrets. Now, Hyper miners, bro, 111.52%. And who are the first ones to talk about this on live stream?
We were, bro. We told him and it was in the red when we were talking about it.
And who are the first ones to even tweet about this?
Hey, that dog. That was us, dog. And it's gonna be good, man. When Titan X all comes to fruition, because we're gonna be the OG Titan X callers.
Yes, sir. Now, here's what I'm paying attention to: the buy Titan X and the hyper buy and burn. The hyper buy and burn is going to be much more important than the buy Titan X because number one, the buy and burn is going to make sure that the miners are going to be in profitability so that people can come in and use the app. And as long as the buy and burn is nice and thick and the value continues to go up or doesn't get deplenish, then there's always going to be Ethereum in the buy Titan X pool. So this has about $500,000 right ready to cook up and continuing to buy and burn the hyper token off the market. Now, using that same example, how much money is going to be in here if TitanX were due a 10x?
5.8 million.
5.8 million. And guess what? That's 5.8 million to burn hyper. So if you guys think about this is going to get crazy really quick. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, if TitanX does a 10x, this is going to turn into 5.8 million. And I guarantee you, this calculator right here, one day, is going to have an ROI percentage anywhere between 200 to maybe even 1,000% if this
We're,
thing keeps on cooking. You see what I'm saying?
we're looking at the first real DeFi ecosystem that was built with like the best math. Like
Yeah.
it's just the best math out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh yeah, and then speaking of hyper, I got a little piece of alpha at the end. So you definitely want to stay to the end of the live stream, all right? Just a little small piece of alpha. Just a little bit, all right?
This is the best piece of DeFi out on the market right now, bro. People can come in here and make money right now.
Yep. Yes, sir. Now, the buy tie next ETH pool, 289,000. This is what's lifting up the entire ecosystems right here. Is the
And you're
buy
saying as
TitanX.
Hyper continues to increase in value, that's going to ensure that buy TitanX continues to stay full and raise the ecosystem up further and further as it. I mean, it's just a snowball effect of exponentialism with this ecosystem, and it's gonna get crazy, bro. It's gonna get
Well,
like nuts.
yeah. And see that this is why I'm saying I love Hyper so much, is because not a lot of people pick this up. Because right when we started to see that buy and burn come in, right here, I believe it was like, was it April 13th or something? When did the Hyper? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Right here, did it? The Vortex buy and burn starts. Yeah. So right when that buy and burn came in, actually, no. This was when, I believe this was when Dragon X started to buy a bunch and burn a bunch of Dragon X tokens. That's what caused this. I need to double check this, but I'm 90% sure. Like Eric one day on Twitter was just like, "We're gonna burn 1% of the supply every 15 minutes." Boom, 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 boom. And then I saw this massive wick right here, and then it comes up, and I was like, "Bro, what's going on right now?" And then if you look at the charts, that actually might have been the bottom of TitanX. I need to do the on-chain analysis, so nobody take that with a grain of salt. But right when the Vortex buy and burn kicked in, that's when we started to see this slow, beautiful, gradual increase right here. We had a cup and handle form right here, and then we stay here, right here. Then boom, we broke out of the cup and handle, came back down, trade sideways, boom. So the main point I'm trying to say is Hyper is lifting this ecosystem up. It is probably one of the most important protocols on top of it, because it's taking Ethereum, buying TitanX, and it's bringing that value into the ecosystem. Look at that, bro. We got 110 viewers because we just started talking about TitanX. Go
That's what I'm
figure.
saying, dude. Before it was 60 of it. There were 60 people in here. Now,
Oh,
now,
man.
60, now 60, almost 50 more people streamed in and coming in here. And hey, we really appreciate all the likes on this video. I think people should know that likes are the most important thing you could give your favorite streamers. Like likes, that's it. Literally, like you could tip us, but likes are even just as important. Like tipping is cool, but they take like 50%. Like likes, they can't take your likes away. Well, they
Yeah.
do sometimes. They do actually.
Yeah, they do. I don't know what is up with my fib retracement tool right now. One second. Let me figure this out. Fib retracement. Huh. All right, this thing's acting all weird. I don't know why. All right, well, let's see. Let's see if this will work. If this doesn't work, then I'm just gonna give up on it, because am I tripping? Zero.
Drag it from the right hand side.
No, dude. There's something wrong with. All right, I'll take a look at this later. It's actually low key bothering me a little bit. Let me see if it works on this one. Yeah, it works perfect here. I don't know why my fib on Hypers just like decided to break. Whatever. Oh, it's an exponential. That's why. Okay. I got it. It's because I have it on log. Sorry, that was a dumb move. But yeah, ultimately, guys, I love Hyper. I love the flywheel effect, and it's actually looking pretty good. All right. So you guys want me to talk about Baby Dragon X? We'll talk about Baby Dragon X. So something interesting is going on with Baby Dragon X that I actually really like what who was it, James is doing. Shout out to James if you're watching this. So originally, remember when we first talked about Dragon Baby X? It was sitting at about the liquidity was at 50%. Remember that? Dude,
Yeah. And then you made a suggestion.
dude, it's at 25% now. So that's actually a lot better. And the
And that
reason
was
why
quick.
and the reason why I bring this up is because when you have a thick liquidity, it takes a lot of money to move the market. So when this happened, and I believe what they were trying to do is they created a single-sided LP sell order to increase their treasury funds into the Dragon X token, and then they're going to use that to build out an ecosystem. And the reason why this is important is because if a whale comes in and buys, the price of the token is going to go up much more exponentially. The goal is to have the percent liquidity between, I would say, 10% to 20%, and they're basically right in that range. But then when you get to about, I would say, $10 million, $20 million market cap, you want the liquidity at $1 million. And then once it's at $1 million, as long as it stays above that, you're good to go. That's it. So that's like the way to really play this game. Now, what's interesting about Baby Dragon X is it is a leverage play. One thing that really surprised me about this token, when Dragon X was actually mooning. Yeah, you have any thoughts before I go into this next? Sorry, I thought you were about to say something.
No, I'm just watching. Go ahead.
All right, so when Dragon X was mooning, Baby Dragon X only did a ratio trade of a 2x. So when Dragon X did, I don't know, it was like a 20 or 30x. This did a 2x, which is pretty good if you think about it realistically. Well, actually, no, it came down. Yeah, so I mean, it's not bad if you were able to buy the bottom of this ratio. Now, here's what's something interesting that happened. It actually broke out this ratio. And I think this happened when they got the liquidity a little bit thinner. And dude, this thing did almost I would say about 3x versus Dragon X. So it's actually becoming a little bit better of a leverage
Oh,
play.
in Dragon X.
Yeah. As long as they can
No,
continue. Yeah, go ahead.
no. Just as long as they can continue to what?
As long as they can continue to market and build out an ecosystem, this could be a phenomenal play on Dragon X. It's just based on the utility. And I know Eric supports the project and everything. And, you know, we do have a little bit of some Baby Dragon X. Like we have all the tokens, just FYI. So you guys can't call us biased. See, we think about these things. You're just like, well, you don't like this coin, you don't like that coin. We have them all, so you can't call us biased. So there you
We got
go.
bored. We got bored. We got them all.
We got them all. You know, Pikachu, choose them all. And you know, the reason why we have them all is because number one, we think they're all going to do great because the main LP is TitanX. So if TitanX goes up, they all go up. And also number two, you're trying to differentiate and say, all right, which one do we think is going to be the best? So we got them all. Yeah. So basically, long story short, with Baby Dragon X, from my understanding, they're trying to build like an ecosystem with staking in the whole 9 yards. From an investment perspective, $22 million liquidity ratio, 25%. Definitely going to be a play. The only downside is explaining this to people. How do you buy this thing? Because you have to go from Ethereum to TitanX to Dragon X to Baby Dragon X. So that's 4 swaps. Did I do that right? TitanX, Dragon X, Baby Dragon X. 3 swaps. I'm sorry, not 4 swaps. Three. So that's the only downside. But these things can definitely be handled. All right. Let's see. We got any more else going on? We got
No, we got some
BDX,
people.
BDX to the
BDX.
moon. Shout out to Huddled for life. All the way in you, man. He actually was here from the get-go, man. Shout out to you, man. So good stuff. All right, we got everybody. All right. Now the next thing we must talk about, and this is interesting.
Okay.
We got a new project called Hydra.
This is the Jake and Eric project.
Yeah. So
Oh, cold. That's cold, my boy. Look at that. I like that marketing.
yeah, you ready for me to go into some deconceptual stuff about this? Because I don't know the exact project, but I can put some pieces together so you guys understand what's being built.
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty amped to hear about what this is because you got two pretty smart dudes linked up to make this thing happen. So definitely amped up to get a schooling right now.
Yes, sir. All right, let me get my photo up. I got close on these tabs. My computer's slowing down. 1
And while
second.
he's closing those tabs, everyone who just joined the stream, thank you for coming in. We appreciate you here. Got lots of wonderful people in here, girls and guys. Hey, good morning, crypto stylist. Glad to see you in here as well. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, boys and gals. We want to keep the alpha in your ears.
All right, let's get this rock and roll in. So we're gonna get into what I call it's a new matrix. A new matrix. We love talking about the matrix. I know you guys like it. I love talking about the matrix, you know, this virtual reality we live in. But I'll say that for another day. So TitanX staking. This is what we need to talk about. TitanX staking. I don't know if you guys can read that, but I have terrible handwriting. I do math. I don't write. TitanX staking. Now, if you guys remember what happened with Dragon X?
With what? That's
The
too
launch.
vague for me. Too vague for
So,
me.
so you remember when the origin address from TitanX and a bunch of TitanX to the Dragon X buy the Dragon X staking vault?
Okay.
All right, so way back, I think it was a couple months ago, the TitanX origin address sent a bunch of TitanX to the Dragon X vault. Now, what the Dragon X vault does is it takes TitanX during the mint period, stakes it into the protocol. Now, what TitanX is, when you stake it, you actually earn Ethereum from the miners created. You earn it on the, was it 828, 888, 2000? No. Day 369, and there's a couple periods, but every certain period day, you actually earn Ethereum for staking TitanX. Now, what the Dragon X team did was they created a vault where it takes TitanX, stakes it out all the way out, and then it takes Ethereum, buys TitanX, and half of that TitanX is restaked max length, and the other half is used to burn Dragon X. That's why Dragon X is so vital. You see what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. Okay, I think I actually have this one here. Okay, so you've got the Titan X origin address sent Titan X to Dragon X, and with that, Dragon X made Ethereum and then bought more Titan X.
No. So you kind of have it there, but the thing is, there is a mint period, right? Where a bunch of
Okay.
TitanX was sent by users to mint Dragon X, right?
Okay.
And but towards the end of that period, the TitanX origin address sent a bunch of TitanX to the Dragon X vault that's used to stake into the TitanX protocol. And it was a bunch of it so that Dragon X will receive a huge portion of the Ethereum payout going on to the future.
Okay, that's exactly what I was conceptualizing. So
Oh, sorry, my bad. Go
that
ahead.
that staking in the vault created more ETH is what I was curious. Staking that Titan X in the Dragon X vault created more ETH.
Yeah, but keep in mind it didn't well, yeah, I guess yeah, basically, yeah. So, but just remember the ETH came from the miners created. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes, it does. Yes.
So basically with that, the Dragon X Vault, all it does is it just buys a bunch of Titan X and then stakes it into the future. So technically, it's another form of deflation. And also on top of that, when the Titan X is claimed, I believe it restakes it again in 3,500 days, from my understanding. So all it does is it creates this infinity loop to take Titan X and just stake it out, and then take the Ethereum, buy Titan X, and add the value to the ecosystem. What other protocol does something similar to that we just talked about?
Hyper.
Exactly. That's why the Dragon X Vault is so extremely important. So basically, you have I'm gonna say DBX. I don't want to write out DBX fault. You have the DBX faults, and we'll put this in its own circle right here. So all this does is it just keeps on buying up and restaking TitanX. Well, guess what? There's more. Did you know Helios has a similar vault to DragonX?
Oh wow.
Helios has a vault as well. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is going to be important for the Hydra protocol that they're talking about, because I'll give you guys a glimpse, but I want you guys to understand why these vaults are so important. Now, right around the day 369 payout, and these are rough numbers. I'll let you guys go and figure it out. Figure it out. At the time of this recording, DragonX is going to be getting around 2 mil in ETH. 2 mil in ETH. Helios is going to get right around 236K in ETH. 236. Gosh, man, I gotta work on my drawing skills. 200. Oh my god, dude, this is driving me. Bro, I got OCD so bad. 2 236. I keep replacing my 6 with a K. I
You're
don't know
good.
why.
You got it now.
Screw my dyslexia. All right. 2 mil, 236K. So what this is going to do, all that ETH is going to go straight into TitanX. All that ETH is going to go straight into TitanX. 50% of this is going to be
Burn
restaked.
Dragon X.
No, it's restaked back into the protocol.
Okay.
And the other 50%, and this is roughly, this isn't like ballpark, but roughly it's going to burn DBX. And then Helios does a very similar process. And Helios does basically the same thing. And then they also have a treasury. So the main point I'm trying to say is if you got this restaking mechanics from the ETH payouts that you're getting, TitanX is going to have this price floor coming across. And basically, these two protocols alone, it's going to come in and it's going to cause the price to create this price floor that we see similar to the Atropa ecosystem because more and more TitanX is going to get bought and burned. Now, the question is, how does Hydra play into this? Well, Hydra is a protocol built on top of the DragonX vault that's designed to send more TitanX to the DragonX vault. That's basically it.
Create more ETH from more miners.
Exactly. That's it. So what they're going to do is it's probably going to be some layer where there's going to be another token where you basically can send your TitanX into creating some sort of minor auction process to receive a token payout. It's going to be something like a half or a third is going to be sent to the DragonX Vault. And through the DragonX Vault, it's going to get more ETH to burn more TitanX off the market. And then a portion of that TitanX is going to be used to burn the token through an auction process. That's basically what like a summary of what it will probably be. This is me guessing and speculating. You see what I'm saying?
I like it
But
though. I like it. It makes sense.
But he did say that it has a lot to do with the Dragon X Vault. So the theory is the more Titan X goes into this Dragon X Vault, the more value it's going to add to the ecosystem. Now, there's also another protocol called Flux, and I'm just going to put this out here, and we'll do an interview with them. So Flux in the mix, and they actually have their entire protocol out here. We'll talk. No, actually, let's do a different one. Purple. So Flux, which was made by why am I doing a highlighter? Yeah, so shout out to Bad Sports, but Flux is actually coming into this equation. And they're doing a similar auction process where you can use your TitanX to mint out Flux. And part of that TitanX is going to be sent to the Helios Vault and the Dragon X Vault, because the theory is as more TitanX goes into these vaults, the increase in value of the entire ecosystem. So yeah, man. So what's your thoughts on all this? I know I told you a lot. I went on a rant.
Well, we're just it just seems to be adding a lot more incentive into the ecosystem, like Flux. You're gonna want the Flux token. You're gonna want to be rewarded in Flux token, and you're gonna want it to do well. You're gonna want it to go in and burn and the Titan X, or you said the Vault. Or does Flux deal with the vaults as well, or you're just saying it buys
So
up Titan X?
so you use TitanX to mint the Flux token, right? Through an auction.
Right,
It's just
right.
like a auction where you have like 100 tokens today, and then after a week it goes down to like 99 and whatever. And so half of those tokens get sent to a portion of them gets sent to the Dragon X Vault, and then the Helios Vault, and then another portion is to be used to burn the Flux token through the auction.
It's almost like Titan X is becoming your ticket to ride in the ecosystem. And if you have Titan X, you're going to be able to participate in all of these other protocols and get some gains from just being here at the right time holding Titan X. So I honestly I love it because it makes like great use cases in so many different ways for Titan X, man. And that's exactly what you need in this type of ecosystem. I think this is what Jake envisioned, and it's interesting to see it playing out in real time because, I mean, you don't necessarily you could you could conceptualize this beforehand how it should play out, but now you just have all kind of innovators coming in and trying to figure out ways to incentivize people to have TitanX and to get their tokens. So that's pretty cool. That's exciting, bro.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think and before we wrap this up, and we'll talk about one more thing and get into some charts. But I think when DragonX had that stuff with the OA address, it was a huge controversy. Everybody was upset because they had a staking payout on, I think it was like day 280 or something. I can't remember the day. It was like day 280 or day 88, and it was a lot of ETH. But most of that ETH actually went back into the DragonX protocol. And in my opinion, I do understand why people were so upset. But the fact that now we got that economic energy going back into the TitanX ecosystem, and then now we're primed for day 369, bro, this is gonna be crazy. You're gonna have this benevolent whale just buying TitanX like it's candy, when all the Titan, like, let me bring up. I know I'm going to rant, dude, but we got to talk. Let's just look at the output for this day, because this is extremely important. So I'm going to bring up Dune Analytics, and I'll show you how much TitanX is coming out on this day. Shout out to Mike Dean. Come on. Here, I'm gonna let it load, and then I'll bring it back up. I am so sorry. My Wi-Fi is absolutely awful.
All good, man.
All right, here you go. So we just take a look at, coming down here at the future supply. Day 369 is going to be right here. Right around Halloween, right here. On that day, we will have about 500 billion TitanX mined. 500 billion. And then after that, it's going to go down even lower than that. So we have the majority of the inflation come out. We have a bunch of ETH in position, and that's going to be used to buy a bunch of these tokens. So in my opinion, right when the inflation curves off, it's going to be in the middle of the height of the bull market, dude. So I think it's extremely bullish, and I really like it. Any
It's
thoughts on
just
that?
basically you're saying it's going to rip immediately when all the inflation comes out. Then all of these buy and burns are going to activate.
Yeah. Well,
It's
not
and it's
well, not financial advice. Like we're gonna start to see the ecosystem blow up.
Yeah, makes sense, bro. I am, dude. This is so exciting, man. I mean, this is what it's for. And now, and all the haters, everyone that thought all this was BS, and probably all the lag time that some of these developers had to deal with, and thinking, man, like we're just out here grinding. I know for a fact that some of these TitanX developers, bro, felt so underappreciated for the last year, and they're going to be getting a good reckoning soon, bro. And I'm excited for them because I know how hard it is to show up every day and feel like nobody's looking at you. And now, guess what, guys? They're looking at you now. They want a piece of it, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, man. And we get hit up by developers all the time, dude. We've had at least 3 projects reach out to us and talk to us about what we think should be added to the ecosystem. So yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I love TitanX. You guys like it when we talk about it. So yeah, man. So I think in regards to TitanX, that was a lot of alpha. That was a lot of mechanics. So let's get over to the price charts. You good with that?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right. I don't want
But
to do.
while we do, I'll go ahead and shout out to my dad. Hey, Dad, you're in the stream. That means we're close to the top of the market. Good to see you. Really excited that you're in here. I know you don't know what we're talking about, but that's okay, Dad.
That's so funny. We're at the top of the market.
My dad being in here is a top signal.
All right. Well, what's great about Sunday streams is we can look at weekly closes, which is good. So
Right.
before you get, let's start on a higher time frame before we go out to a lower time frame. So weekly close, that is a massive bullish engulfing candle if I've never seen one myself. Look at that. So I believe that's a spinning top doji came up, another spinning top, boom, bullish engulfing candle, baby, swallowed up both of these tokens. So what this tells me right off the bat on the weekly, things are looking really, really great just on the weekly alone. But what also tells me is we could potentially come up here and test about 66K on the weekly. And what do we know when we get to the upper half of this bull flag? What usually happens?
Well, I know what happens, buddy. It starts to go down and try to liquidate the shorts and just rip everybody. This market maker has no mercy.
Yeah, so I think the crazy part about this is we're gonna get a news event when that happens. I don't know what it's gonna be, but usually right when we touch here, we like something happens, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I would expect something to go on this week, and whether it's bullish or bearish, if it's really, really bullish, that means we could start coming up here and testing 68K and then potentially 71K. But I do believe that we won't necessarily touch 68 and 71K until we get into the next month, which is literally in a week. Oh, actually, we're getting close to the monthly close. Bro, this is actually a great idea to do a Sunday live stream because now we're holy cow. All right.
Oh my, look at that.
Wow, this
What?
is all right. So oh man, all right, this might not be good. So I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. If
We're speculating here.
man, we should start with the monthly. All right, so check this out real quick. We're sitting at about 64K. So right here, if you guys see this, this is called a doji. You do not want to see a doji after a green candle. That signals a trend reversal. This week, I want to see this close 65K and above, or here, actually, we'll be a little bit more exact. Yeah, I want this to close above 65K. If this closes above 65K, what that tells me is that we will potentially have a extremely green September. You see what I'm saying?
I think it's definitely a pivotal moment. Looking at how look at I mean that candle that wick is crazy.
Yeah. So main point I'm trying to get across is we came down here, we wicked all the way down here. Now we want to close out a little bit higher. Well, that's going to signal another green candle, which means we're still bullish. On top of that, you see how these candles are getting smaller?
The sellers are exhausting.
Exactly. So that tells me that sooner or later we're going to see a breakout, and it's happening sooner because these candles are getting smaller. So 65K and pray. That is what we're looking for. No dojis, because that would not be good. So actually,
Man,
I think this week got actually even more pivotal. So 65K. We're looking on just to get that monthly going. We basically need to be okay. So yeah, basically at the all-time high yesterday. So yeah, man. Hopefully, if we can come up here, touch the top of this flag, and then get a pretty bullish close on that monthly, we'll be looking pretty good. Now let's go. Let's check out the daily time frame. So what am I seeing on the daily time frame? So the market maker is telling us that we have this clear inverse head and shoulders, and we're seeing a breakout. So we'll go from the neckline. So what the market maker is saying is this is an extremely bullish pattern. We came up and we're starting to test this. Now the question is, will we get confirmation? We break out and we go and we test out the 68K. So overall, the daily, the weekly look extremely bullish right now. I'm telling you that. But the question is, where do we close out on the monthly? Because if we close out on the monthly, then that might be bearish. So, and keep in mind, The monthly supersedes the weekly supersedes the daily supersedes the 12-hour, 4-hour, yada, yada, yada. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yep. So 65K in pray.
Yeah, so we definitely want to get above 65K before the end of the month. That's the big one. And so with this week, I mean, the end of the month ends at this week. So basically, we want to see a nice, beautiful green candle. If this is red or doji, then this we might chop sideways throughout September, dude. So I hate to tell people that, but we might go sideways. And that's how this stuff usually works. So yeah, man, Bitcoin's looking pretty good. It's just a massive flag. If we come up here and complete that, then we'll get our cup and handle, and then we'll have
Yeah.
our targets, baby, because we got our targets ready to rock and roll. So cool. Bitcoin dominance. Let's check out Bitcoin dominance. Tell you guys when we start to see altcoins start to run. Woo! Oh god, look at that, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So 100 monthly moving average, dude. We are, man, bro. We're literally within 1%, just 1%. So, so basically, how this is gonna play out, I suspect a nice big ol' like next month right here. Well, if we get that Bitcoin pump that people are speculating next month, and I don't like to get too much into it because usually the crowd is wrong. But if we get that nice, beautiful pump, I do see this coming up to about 60%, touching this on the monthly, and then shooting down like crazy. Or maybe to 60%. It'll be somewhere between 59 and 60. It'll just be a massive wick, and then boom, and then it'll just flatten out. And I'll show you how it flattens out on the weekly. So where's it sitting at? About 59%. So it's probably going to do something like this. It's going to come up here, and once it hits and intersects, then it's going to flatten out, flatten out, flatten out, and then whew, down. So that's typically how this stuff works. And so when you get this of this flattening out right here, this is going to be your best time to load up on altcoins because we're about to see this rocket ship take off, baby. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like it's edging very close to that average, that
Yeah,
moving
man.
average. So that's exciting.
Yeah, man. If you guys just check out the last one, I'll give you guys a little taste of how this played out. So on the weekly, you see how it came up, touched it, blew past it a little bit, and then boom, came down, and then just flattened out right here.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is what
And then
they
the
saw
brick
last
one.
market, right? Boom, touch, and then boom. And then it flattened out. This was the best time to load up on altcoins because if you watch candle, 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 boom, 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 flatten out. Next market. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's we're right there.
where are we right now? This is where we're at right now in the Bitcoin dominance chart, right here. Can't cover up. I don't know how to do the time series thing or whatever,
Yeah,
but
no,
we
that literally like we're right there, bro. It's probably like not financial advice, but like 2 months, like more no more than 2 months, we're gonna see this happen. So
yeah.
not financial advice.
And so what you probably see is for September and October timeframe, you're going to see something like this form out. And then once we get towards the end of the year, November to early 2025, then you're going to see the steep drop off right here. And that's when we see altcoins bottom out right there. So, yeah, man. I mean, it's looking pretty good, dude. I love what I'm seeing. We're getting into that rising wedge pattern, and that thing is absolutely ready to get absolutely crushed. To other dominance, another bear flag forming, baby. Oh man, look at that breakdown. All right, I gotta clean up my charts. So one thing, yeah. So right now, just in a bear flag coming in, come down, boom, touch, boom, touch, boom, touch, boom, touch. Now the question is, will tether dominance come down here to the lower range of this flag about 5.23%, and then come back up and then break down? I'm not really sure. But once we get to the bottom of this range, we're going to see these wicks come in. And these wicks can be a make it or break it time. So, like, for example, back in July, we came in, boom, got a nice little, I believe that's a dragonfly doji, which is actually really bullish. And then, boom, right back into USDT. So, what we want to see is we come here, possibly see a doji on the weekly, and then a massive breakdown where everybody starts deploying their capital straight into altcoins. That's what we're looking for USDT tethered dominance. So look at the daily real quick. I'm curious. See if we see anything on the daily. Boom, boom. Yeah, just train this range. Now it's breaking down. So okay. Yeah, so nothing really reporting the daily or the weekly. So good. All right, let's take a look at ETH. All right, we still got some time on our ETH price prediction. Still got some time.
Oh yeah.
We got some time. We got some time. How much time we got? All right, so we got till September 1st. I don't know if we're gonna hit this prediction, but if we do, that'll be magical. That'll be very majestic.
If we did, the TitanX ecosystem's gonna be flowing.
Yeah. So what are we seeing here? My God, dude. When I look at this, like, just tell me out for a minute. Does this chart not look manipulated to you with Ethereum? Just like look at
Yes,
it.
it's truly manipulated because really it looks like it probably should have just kept flying up, right? In about March.
Yeah, it looks like
And
they
then
put the big M for McDonald's just to mess
got
with
big
us.
M for upside down W for war in the March is when more isn't that when the war stuff started coming out?
Oh, isn't yeah. That's so true. I didn't think about that. Because check this out. It has an
It was
upside.
just ripping, dude. I mean, it was freaking ripping. We were all
Well,
going crazy in January.
check this out. It's doing that upside down W, but then it's like an M for matrix. M's the 13th letter in the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? I
What
don't
I'm
know,
saying,
man.
bro.
We can't prove it, but it's just crazy, man. You see the M, dude, and then M for market maker. MM
An
1313.
M for McDonald's where I'm about to apply.
Oh man, bro, that's like a conversation for a Saturday night, not even a Sunday. So, all right, but all jokes aside, seems like ETH is just
Manipulated starts with M.
yeah. So let's see. It seems like ETH is actually just forming a nice, beautiful flag as well. Yeah, that's a beautiful flag just coming across. Yeah, it's safe to say that this is a flag. We had a couple touches, few breakouts. So came up, touch, boom, came up, touch, boom, came up, touch, boom. So it's basically falling very close to the price of Bitcoin right now, is what I'm seeing with this massive flag. So what do I want to see with Ethereum? It's down at the lower end of this range. I would love for it to, come up and touch here and finally hit its all-time high, because that's when you're going to start to see the TitanX ecosystem run. I do firmly believe that there's a lot of manipulation behind Ethereum because of the fact that there's a lot of like institutions, I know a lot of people do not want us holding Ethereum. So the goal is to get most people off, from my understanding. So yeah, man, beautiful flag, come up, touch up here, form that cup and handle, and then absolutely explode. So overall, I mean, the price of Ethereum's looking good. We had a doji right here, bullish golden candle, and yeah. So let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, so the daily's forming that a very similar inverse head and shoulders pattern that we saw with Bitcoin. So this could have a potential breakout going into the future, but it's like a very weird looking one. So you have the shoulder right here, you got a head right here, you got another head right here. So all right, now let's take a look at the monthly, because that's going to be extremely important. So the monthly does not look good. So we came down, touched 2241. Now we're coming back up here and we're closing. Huh. Yeah, man. I still can't get over it, man. This chart looks so manipulated. So we touched back at 229, came back down, closed above 2644, and now we're sitting here. So what I would love to see on the monthly is come up and just form a little green doji. That would mean we would close at 3,292. I don't know how realistic that's going to be, but if we close out lower on the next month, I would love to see some sort of dragonfly doji that indicates a trend reversal. Now, on top of that, we are trading in a range. So I do think the ETH price is going to do well depending on how Bitcoin starts running. And then that's when we're going to see ETH absolutely ball out. So I think ultimately, man, Ethereum looking really, really good. So awesome. All right, man. Well, we're sitting at about an hour and 20 minutes. So I don't want to keep it that long. So you got anything, any last thoughts?
Hey, I think that was good, man. The main thing I really wanted to see was the Bitcoin dominance chart today. Really amped to see that thing merging, just getting ready to, and then get ripped to oblivion. Moon math. I'm a moon mutt. I'm a dog. I'm just trying to make moon bags, leave them behind, and forget about them. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You know what's crazy is a lot of our targets on ETH and BTC are holding up. It's just trading sideways. So there's nothing really new to report on the chart. So, hey, man, we're looking pretty good. And I'm definitely excited for the week. So, good stuff. And guys, smash that like button, subscribe, show support, retweet this space out. And the last thing I'll leave you guys with something big might be coming to the hyper ecosystem.